All right, so again, you should have your glimpse of Earth's past and your geology project. On yesterday, you were able to watch some video of the glimpse of Earth's past, which talked about all of the different time divisions from the bottom going to the top. It went from the Precambrian all the way to what was the last period that it covered. And I know you didn't get to the end, but what was the last period it covered? You have the paper in front of you, so I'm trying to figure out why some of you aren't raising your hand. Savani, I can't hear because these groups back here are talking. It went from the Precambrian eon. Read that last word after it. That's not the one it went to. It went to the last. Say it again. The Cenozoic era. And that's the era that we all live in. So it covered all the way from there. You did not get to do all of them on yesterday's video, and that's fine. I just wanted you to see how the video worked because you're going to need it for your project today. Now, for your project, if you take a look at your paper that has your project information, I'm going to explain to you right now exactly what it is that you're going to be doing with your group. Your team, that's the group that you're with. You work for an advertising company and you have been assigned a job to design an advertisement presentation for a major travel agency. So this is where your creativity is going to be able to come into play. This travel agency specializes in time travel, meaning the travel agency, instead of going to a location, you are specializing in traveling back in time. So the customers of the agencies are allowed to travel back in time. Your task for your group is to develop a digital presentation showing potential customers what their vacation destination would include. Your group will be assigned a geologic time, and you will have to cover the following information. So you and your group are going to be making a PowerPoint presentation, which I've already shared with you in your Google Drive. Each group has been selected a different period or era that you're going to be able to create this information on. So in a moment, you're going to be going in your Google Drive. You're going to look in your shared folder, and you're going to see that I've shared it with all of you in your group. And I started the presentation as far as just a PowerPoint presentation, and you all will be able to work at it, adding things simultaneously, which means at the same time. Your task is going to be able to dividend or split up the different tasks on what the slides should be. So everyone should not be working on one slide at one time. You all need to talk it over. You'll be working as far as saying, okay, you work on slide 2, you do 3, you get information for 4, so that you're able to collaborate. You'll be working on this today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Wednesday, it's done. And you're not working on it for homework unless you're not working in class and you have to do some things outside of class. Other than that, you're using class time and you're using homework time to study for your test. So the information is here as far as which slide should have what. The first slide is self-explanatory with your members' names. Slide 2 goes in and it tells you exactly what to do. Please make sure you're following directions because in the past, a lot of you skip over everything that it's asking you to do and you lose points and you get a low grade because you just didn't pay attention. I am giving you exactly what each slide needs. So the work is done from slide 2 all the way to slide 7. Now, if you look at slide 8 here, and I'm not going to go through reading them all because you're at the point where you should be able to do that now. Slide 8 says this is your reference page. Slides must list this slide must list the slides and include which resources from the resources that I provide to you. You may not use Google to look up anything. I'm giving you resources that you must use because that is going to be sufficient and good resources. Google does not provide good resources all the time, and you saw that when you did your study guide and you were giving me answers from Google that made absolutely no sense. The resources that I'm giving you are going to require you to think to make sure that that information is sufficient and it makes sense. So you're going to be putting on this slide 8. For instance, if you got information from slide 7, well, which you will, on your research page, you will put whatever site or whatever resource that you used, and you will put in parentheses what slide you used it for. So let's say if you used the video, because the video is a resource. If you use the video for slide 7, you will put glimpse of Earth's past in parentheses, Slide 7. So that's how I know where you got that information, some of that information from. Now your slides may include more than one resource. Some of you might want to be jotting some of this stuff down because you're not going to remember everything I'm saying. But your slides may include more than one resource. So maybe slide 7, you got something from the video and you got it from a couple websites that I provided. You want to put that information as well. Of course, other slides could use the same resource as well. So the video could be used for other slides also. The video is not going to provide you all of your information for all of your slides, so don't just rely on the video. If you look at the bottom, this just gives you your where you get your points from. Same like before with your other project. You turn in this rubric, you get 5 points. If you lose this rubric and you don't turn it in, then it's minus 5 points. If you lose it, you need to recopy it, make a copy of it, print it off the website, and this counts 3 times. Flip your pages over to the back. Excuse me. Here are your resources. You may only use these resources. You may not Google. Your notes, any of the notes that we've discussed for hydrosphere, I'm sorry, not hydrosphere, for geology. The video, which is a glimpse of Earth's past. Like I said yesterday, you watched some of it. Whoever is working may have to go back and rewatch the video. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other websites that provide information for you to complete your project. Are there any questions about this portion of the project? Okay. Then what I want you to do now is open up your Chromebook so that I can guide you into getting into your project and getting started. I'm going to conclude this lesson for the website.